Days after a bench led by Chief Justice B.R. Gavai dismissed a plea seeking directions to reconstruct and reinstall a 7-foot idol of Lord Vishnu at the Javeri temple in Madhya Pradesh and asked the petitioner to instead ask the deity to do something, Chief Justice of India B.R. Gavai has clarified his stance. He is saying that he respects all religions. The clarification follows massive outrage among members of the Hindu community over the remark. Earlier in the day, Vishwa Hindu Parishad also reacted to it, called it a mockery of beliefs of Hinduism, further adding that people have faith and trust in the courts and it is the duty of courts to ensure that this trust not only remains intact but also is strengthened. I also spoke to Supreme Court lawyer Vishnu Shankar Jain. He says it's not just about this one comment, but a pattern within the judiciary and its mindset. Listen. I also want to go across to noted Supreme Court lawyer, someone who fights a lot of these Hindu temple causes. Vishnu Shankar Jain is joining me on this entire controversy stemming from the comments. You must have heard them. You must have also seen the reactions, Vishnu, that are coming in. What are your first thoughts on the comments made by the CJI?
See, we have to first understand that if the Chief Justice of India, who is holding the highest judicial authority in this country, if he is making such kind of comment, then this entire Hindu society is very much pained by such comments. And the fact of the matter is that the petitioners who had approached the Honorable Supreme Court, what they were asking, they were only asking for restoration of Vishnu idol. Now, on the merits of the matter also, as per the ASI Act 1958, under Section 16, there is a provision that ASI is bound to fulfill the religious character of the place if it is a shrine. So ASI is not fulfilling its legal duty. So where is the rescue for a common citizen? The rescue is that you go and approach the law courts and seek your fundamental right remedies under Article 25. And precisely that's what the petitioner had done. So even if the Supreme Court is dismissing the matter, which I think was not right in the facts and circumstances of the case, but be that as it may, these kind of comments were unwarranted. And I must also tell you that there is a series of pattern of judicial discrimination which the members of the Hindu community are facing when it comes to legal remedies which are available to a larger section of the society.
So you yourself fight a lot of these cases. What do you mean by this series of pattern of discrimination against the majority faith?
See, we have to understand that if you remember, Shivani, during the time of COVID, there was Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra. First time in the Indian legal history, Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra was stayed. There was a huge outcry in the entire country, and that interim order was vacated. But in the meantime, there was a Kawad Yatra which was taken out by the UP government. But that also was stayed on the ground of COVID pandemic. But at the same footing, when there was an issue of Bakrid procession in Kerala, same Honorable Justice Rohinton Nariman did not come and stay the Bakrid procession in Kerala. Now let me elaborate it further. In 2013, 4 state acts which had controlled Hindu temples in Andhra Pradesh, Pondicherry, Telangana, as well as Tamil Nadu, were challenged before the Supreme Court in 2013, Shivani. The Supreme Court issued notice in the matter in 2013, and after 12 years of wait, the Supreme Court tells the Hindu petitioners that you go and approach the High Court. After 12 years. And the same Supreme Court, when the matter of Waqf was challenged, directly entertained the matter in the Supreme Court. Why not the same law for Waqf that go and approach the High Court? The question is, Shivani, I am speaking out of record. Please check. When the matter of a Shiv temple in Delhi was concerned, the Delhi High Court commented that Lord Shiv does not need our protection. Bhagwan Shiv ko hamare protection ki zarurat nahi hai. And the temple was erased. The order was upheld by the Supreme Court.
No,
but
in fact,
such kind of comments are not taken for any dargah, for any mosque, for any church. When it comes to Hindu temples, immediately if we approach the Supreme Court, they said that no, how you have directly come to the Supreme Court under Article 32. But such kind of matters, when it comes to demolition of Jahangirpuri, are directly entertained in the Supreme Court. So I, as a lawyer in the Supreme Court, I'm very strongly saying that we feel discriminated so far as our right under Article 32 is concerned. Because some section of the society, they get the remedy under Article 32, some section of the society they do not get. And kindly appreciate the mindset. as recently as 1 month, not just 1 month back, 10, 15 days back, a retired Chief Justice of Odisha High Court there was an occasion of his book launch. In his book launch, the retired judge of the Supreme Court, Justice Oka, Justice Rishikesh Roy, and other retired judges of the Supreme Court and Chief Justices of the High Court were sitting. Sitting judges of the Delhi High Court were sitting, Shivani. And you know what was the poster? The poster in the backdrop was of Umar Khalid. That when will Umar Khalid get bail? And on the bail issues, the discussion was happening. Now, can you imagine when these people were in the functionary, were holding the constitutional post? What would be the mindset? So the question is, this comment is not an isolated comment. And let me also tell you, these two news organizations who are functioning in the Supreme Court, because of which you and I are debating today, this is just a selective comment. There are more such comments which are made but are not reported. This comment was reported, that's why it came in the public domain. But that's why I'm continuously saying that all court proceedings must be live telecasted. If Justice Chandrachud has made an observation in the Swapnil Tripaঠি's case that sunlight is the best disinfectant, then why not all court proceedings are live telecasted? Whenever we as Hindu dharmic lawyers, whenever we as Rashtra Dharm lawyers go and approach the Supreme Court, there are certain judges and certain courts which see us with a particular mindset. And you must appreciate, we are not dismissed on law. We are dismissed because of ideology. If today, आज मैं आपके चैनल पे अगर कोई बात बोलूं तो आप कहेंगे विष्णु जी आप लॉयर हैं, प्लीज स्पीक एज अ लॉयर. सो जो काशी का केस है, जो मथुरा का केस है, इसमें बहुत सारी लीगल रिसर्च थी, पर लीगल रिसर्च को सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने 12 दिसंबर को स्टे कर दिया. और स्टे क्यों किया? बिकॉज जस्टिस रोहिंटन नरीमन इन अहमदी फाउंडेशन लेक्चर सेट ये सारे केसेस चल ही नहीं सकते. सो पूरी एक गलत व्याख्या की जस्टिस रोहिंटन नरीमन ने राम मंदिर के केस के पूरे गलत व्याख्या की. 5 दिसंबर को मैं डेट बता रहा हूं और 12 दिसंबर को सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सारे केसेस पर रोक लगा दी. जो सारे केसेस पर सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने रोक लगाई, दैट वाज नॉट अ लीगल ऑर्डर, दैट वाज एन आइडियोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर, बिकॉज अ पर्टिकुलर बेंच thinks that their ideology or their thought process of secularism, it does not sync with this. So issue is, जो research है, जो legal हमारी research है, जो हमारे issues है, that are not seen, that are brushed aside because of ideological issues. और अगर इस तरह के ideological issues चलते रहेंगे, तो this is just one comment that go and ask Lord Vishnu, go and pray to Lord Vishnu. Today I say that I prayed to Lord Vishnu and Lord Vishnu ने मुझसे कहा है कि पूरे देश में आंदोलन करिए, अपने मंदिरों के लिए आंदोलन करिए, काशी मथुरा को मुक्त कराने के लिए आंदोलन करिए. तो फिर अगर हम आज कोर्ट का रास्ता छोड़ दें और हम ये कहें कि अब हमें भगवान विष्णु ने कहा है कि इसके लिए आंदोलन करना पड़ेगा, तो वी आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीजन्स ऑफ दिस कंट्री. We believe in the judiciary, but we have to be given equal respect when it comes to legal research.
There was a similar matter which was an issue about staying the demolition of a dargah. In that, the court said that even though this is not centrally notified for the ACI, the court wanted the ACI to maintain the upkeep and do the maintenance. So there the court said that he passed an order to the ACI outside of the ACI's duty, and when the other DD and other bodies were involved. So people will naturally ask, why not in this case?
See, you have to understand, one issue is with the court. The other very serious issue, Shivani, is with the ASI. Now, ASI is completely doing things which are completely illegal. Now, let me give you some demonstration and some illustrations. There is a Shiv temple in Ajanta Ellora Cave, Kailasha temple.
Yes.
You can check it. A huge shivling is there. ASI is not allowing the Hindu devotees to worship there. There is a huge Hindu mandir which is there in Bija Mandal. ASI has registered it as the Bija Mandal mosque, and is not allowing Hindu plaintiffs as well as devotees to worship there. Now let us see what the law says. As per the ASI Act 1958, let me be very categorical. Section 16, subclause 1 says that if any place which is under the occupation of ASI, if that place is a temple or a shrine, the ASI will not do anything which is inconsistent with its character. And as per section 18 of the Act, ASI will give access to the plaintiffs or the devotees, whatever is the characteristic of a place. So, यहाँ पे जो विष्णु मंदिर की बात हो रही खुजराव में, यहाँ पे मंदिर मस्जिद का डिस्प्यूट ही नहीं है. मैं जो आपको अजंता एलोरा के केव की बात कर रहा हूँ, मंदिर मस्जिद का डिस्प्यूट ही नहीं है. फ्रॉम नेकेड आइज इट्स अ टेंपल. बट एएसआई ने क्या किया है, आई डिड लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च इन आरटीआई। एएसआई ने क्या किया है, हिंदू मंदिर को कैटेगराइज किया है लिविंग मॉन्यूमेंट में और नॉन लिविंग मॉन्यूमेंट पे। जिस मॉन्यूमेंट में पूजा हो रही है एएसआई हैज टर्म्ड इट एज लिविंग मॉन्यूमेंट, और जिसमें पूजा नहीं हो रही है उसको टर्म किया एएसआई ने एज नॉन लिविंग मॉन्यूमेंट। अब कितनी बड़ी है कि हिलेरियस बात है, आप इसको जरा अप्रिशिएट करिए। एज रिसेंटली आई वेंट टू जबलपुर, वहां पे 64 योगिनियों का मंदिर है, 64 योगिनीज का, जो बहुत बड़ा तांत्रिक मंदिर माना जाता है। वहां पे देवी देवताओं की मूर्तियां तोड़ दी, और बाहर एएसआई का बोर्ड क्या लगा हुआ है कि अगर अब मूर्ति को किसी ने तोड़ा तो 1 लाख रुपए का फाइन है। तो जो मूर्ति ऑलरेडी टूट चुकी है, अब उसको रेस्टोरेशन के कोई प्रोविजन नहीं है, जो एएसआई का एक्ट मैंडेट करता है दैट यू हैव टू रेस्टोर। सो एएसआई इज कंप्लीटली इलीगल व्हेन एएसआई इज कैटेगराइजिंग इट एज नॉन लिविंग एंड लिविंग। भाई मुझे एक लॉजिक बताइए, नॉन लिविंग मॉन्यूमेंट लिविंग बनेगा कैसे जब आप वहां पे पूजा करने नहीं दे रहे हो? जब आप उदयपुर में सास बहू का मंदिर, वहां पे सिर्फ बोर्ड लगा रखा है कि एएसआई का मंदिर है, वहां पे वेडिंग फोटोग्राफी हो रही है, हाउ विल अ नॉन लिविंग मॉन्यूमेंट बिकम
a living monument?
So
No.
ASI is completely illegal, and where is the remedy? The remedy lies, there's
In
a legal
court.
principle. You be just be remedium. Where there is a remedy, where there's a wrong, there's a remedy. So we approach the law courts, and the law courts tell that go and ask Lord Vishnu.
I had also raised this question that why does anybody have to go to the court? The ASI should anyways be looking at ways to restore this idol. There's no conflict here. But are you not worried that you yourself practice in the Supreme Court and you're making such allegations against Supreme Court judges themselves?
See, I am not making any comments on the judges of the Supreme Court. Please understand. My comments are on the issue of judicial discrimination. And I'm speaking with record. Whatever जितनी मैंने आपको इंसिडेंट्स बताए हैं, कोई मैं इंडिविजुअल जज के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द माइंडसेट। अगर आज मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ कि एक सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सीनियर एडवोकेट है जिन्होंने अपना चैनल खोला हुआ है, और जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजेस रिटायर होते हैं वो चैनल पे आके अपनी बातें रखते हैं, अपनी आइडियोलॉजी रखते हैं, तो जब वो कुर्सी पे होंगे तो क्या इशू होगा? आज मुझे बताइए, जस्टिस रोहिंटन नरीमन ने एमडी फाउंडेशन के लेक्चर में कहा कि ये सारे केसेस नहीं चल सकते हैं, ज्ञान व्यापी मथुरा और टेम्पल रिक्लेमेशन के। क्या हमारे पास कोई ऐसा सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जज है रिटायर्ड जो कहे कि हाँ भाई ये केसेस चलने चाहिए, ये सिविलाइजेशनल इशू है? You have to understand. The question is, there are 17 Supreme Courts in this country, not just one Supreme Court. 17 Supreme Courts are there, and every court is taking a different view.
Okay.
So we have to understand, and that's what I'm saying. The parameter is that when these judges are retiring, post-retirement, what they are doing.
So
इससे आपको समझ में आएगा कि जब वो कुर्सी पे थे तो क्या माइंडसेट रहा होगा।
Wait, so several people are talking about this mindset that you're also talking about, that there is a mindset that one, you can take liberty with the Hindu faith, nobody would object because of the tolerance of the community, you know, there is no repercussions, while for other communities, these comments are not made at all. In fact, extreme care is taken. So how will this mindset be solved? What is the solution?
The solution is that there has to be live telecasting of all the courts. The solution is that in the courts, when these kind of lawsuits are there, the cases have to be heard on the merits and not on the ideological basis. The solution is that when you approach with these kind of cases, what is the research you have done? What are the remedies which are available? That has to be monitored rather than an ideological view of a particular judge. This is what I'm saying. When I'm speaking before you, I'm well within my domain. I know what is the line of contempt and what is the line of legal provisions. But the fact is that if there is something wrong, as a soldier of this institution, as a member of the Supreme Court Bar Association, it's my duty to point out that, sir, there is something erroneous which is happening. There is something discriminatory which is happening.
Okay. One advocate has even written to the CJI that these comments should be withdrawn. There are precedents to it. Do you think that is the bare minimum that can be done, at least in this case?
See, this is not a parliament that if something is said that it will not be taken on record. Now, what has been said has been said. जो मुंह से निकली हुई बात है और जो बाण से निकला हुआ तीर है, वो कभी वापस नहीं आता है. वो तो अब हो चुका है. अब there is no remedy also to withdraw the comments. There is no legal provision.
Okay.
So बात ये नहीं है. मैं शिवानी ये बात कह रहा हूँ. Please try to understand. This is just not an isolated comment. Please try to understand. जब केस बाबा रामदेव का भी चल रहा था, there was a comment which was made that we will rip you apart, which itself was contemptuous. So you have to understand that there has to be a decorum in the court proceedings. There has to be live telecast of the court proceedings. The courts have to more focus so far as legal provisions and research are concerned. And when a matter goes before the court, it is only the law which must prevail.
Right. Right,
Is what I'm
absolutely.
saying.
No, in this case, definitely that is why the outrage is there, because it had nothing to do with the case. It seemingly mocks the faith of the petitioner coming from the CJI nonetheless. Vishnu Shankar